Hello, Pisces Sun, Sagittarius Rising. My name's Tanya, and I'm going to be doing a month ahead reading for you. I'll be pulling one card for each month, plus a card from the bottom of the deck. Some things to note just with having a Sagittarius Rising, people may see you as somebody who's philosophical, possibly a bit flighty, but really likes to get into those philosophical and deep discussions. And you may also be seen as somebody who really likes to travel or who travels a lot or has a strong interest in that. Now, you may also have your sun in the fourth house. It won't be true for everybody, but most of you, your sun is going to be in the fourth house. This is the house of family, of your roots, of ancestry. So you may feel some true deep emotional ties to your ancestry, to your family line, and that might be where your travel comes in. You like to visit places that are tied to your family, to your roots, to your ancestors. So those may be the places that you're most interested in visiting if you're tapped into that part of yourself. All right, let's see what we have here. Month one, and I am just going to label them 1 through 12. That way, whenever you read this, you can go from that point forward, or you can go from March or April forward. That's month one, month two, and month three. So we have the Eight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Sun. Month four, we have the Ace of Swords. Month five, the Wheel, and month six, the King of Pentacles. Month eight, we have the Emperor. Month seven, we have the Emperor. Month eight, we have the Hermit. Month nine, we have the Two of Swords. Month 10, the Six of Pentacles. Month 11, the Queen of Swords. And month 12, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. So you do have quite a few major arcana cards in here. We have High Priestess, the Sun, the Wheel, the Emperor, and the Hermit. So this may be a year where you have your viewpoints in certain areas change. There's a shift. You can even feel a shift in who you are or what you believe. It's almost like you can sense the evolution or you can see it rapidly happening throughout this next year. And I also feel like a lot of this is related to work, like a lot of movement in that area and what it is that you want to do. But let's get into each card and see what actually comes out for each month. Now, the Seven of Wands is kind of your overall or touch point type card. Wands are a fire element, so it's very active and bold and vivacious and a little bit cantankerous with all those wands poking at you and trying to disturb your peace, if you will, trying to knock you off your game. But you are staying very calm, very centered, very focused on where you're at. Your solar plexus chakra is shining out. You're very confident in your space, and they can't knock you off your game because you know what you're doing. So there's that sense of confidence, of peace, of calmness amidst chaos for you. So that's your theme here for this year ahead. Now, starting out in month one, we have the Eight of Cups. Now, this may be in response to something that's happened recently, maybe the prior month or two or few, but this is you walking away from something from the drama or from someone who's hurt you or just someone you've grown past. This is where you stop hanging on and stop trying to make things work and recognize that you need to focus on your own emotional health, on your own needs, and taking the steps to move on from that, from whatever this was that was holding you back. You're ready to let it go and stride off into the future. Better, brighter, lighter. And then we have the High Priestess. And this is where now you're stopping to kind of sit with your own power, sit with, just sit in silence and observe, almost observe yourself from an outside perspective, but not really at the same time. It's meditation. It's doing something that gets you in touch with your inner self. There's this deep connection to your intuition. You could be doing things that help improve that or learning to trust it on a much deeper level. And taking time for quiet, taking time for meditation can help you process everything that you're going through and come to terms with it, or at least integrate it, integrate your experiences and your emotions better into who you are becoming. Take the time to process things. And then we have the sun. This is about vitality and joy and just getting out there. Um, just getting getting out there. I'm seeing you running through a field almost, well, okay, that's obvious on the card, right? But in my mind's eye, I'm also seeing that for you, or a beach also. But this is a month where you're just kind of cutting loose, exploring, taking chances, getting out there, feeling vibrant and just full of life. Your energy is up. It's a sense of freedom. And it may be now that you've had time to process after you've walked away and you've taken some time to process and see where you're at now. And there's just this weight lifting off your shoulders, right? Now you're really feeling it. You're feeling the opening up of more energy, or you've reclaimed, I should say, energy that this situation was sucking away from you. It's there and you're just feeling it. And you need to express it and emote it and be physical because it feels so free and exciting. And then we have the Ace of Swords to top it all off here. Inspired. Something catches your eye. You have some bright new idea, some possibilities of all the things that you want to do now. Now that you have the time, now that your schedule is open, if you will. So many things and ideas and possibilities are coming at you. This is the month where almost anything you touch can be improved, can be activated in a way. But just that light shining down. And yes, normally I would see it as coming out, but I'm seeing it directed energy, directed light, directed thoughts, pinpointing solutions and ideas, diving into them and learning more about them and figuring out which ones are going to work and which ones aren't. But enjoying that, all this problem solving too that's going on here. So this could really be related to work. This could be a new idea about how to, well, it could be an idea about a new career. It could be ideas about a specific project at work that maybe has high visibility. And you just have so many ideas on how it could be done, how it could be fixed, how it could be solved, whatever it is that you do. But you're full of ideas, essentially, in month 4. Then in month 5, we have the Wheel of, which is the another major arcana card, card 10. Tens are about endings and beginnings. Aces are also about beginnings. So you have a lot. And then 19 here, the sun, that's nearing the end of a cycle too. We have some repeating numbers, don't we? Well, a couple. But ace to 10, 10 also goes to ace. So it's a little bit of a loop, and it is the wheel. Where are we going with this, Tanya? My guides. You just have to keep going with the flow. Don't be afraid to express your opinion and all these ideas that you're coming up with. You can propose multiple solutions And some of them are just going to fall off or fall flat, if you will. But one or two of them are going to get picked up, and they're going to enter that cycle of people picking up on them, of wanting to try them. It almost feels like you potentially could influence a change in business processes or the direction of a project. But you have to be willing to take the chance and speak out. And stay on top of your game. So pay attention for those opportunities that are going to come up in May to propose these alternate solutions or ideas. And then in month 6, we have the King of Pentacles. It's a masculine energy, so it's kind of extroverted, it's active energy. Although the King of Pentacles is very laid back, very chill, easygoing, no pressure kind of person, but highly successful at the same time. It's just they're not bothered by stress. It's not part of who they are. This is somebody you could seek advice from, who can help influence the decisions that you're going to be making going forward. This could be a teacher, it could be a manager or a boss, it could just be an influential person that you encounter that's going to have a lasting impression. And they may actually have an offer for you too. So pay attention to that in month 6, as somebody may have an offer for you, possibly for a job at a different company or a different role. But just be you when you're meeting with this person. Be your authentic self, because they're going to see through anything that's not true and doesn't feel right. And then we have another major arcana down here in month 7 with the Emperor. The Emperor is kind of like the father of the tarot deck. They are the authority, but they set boundaries. They set the conditions under which things can be done, based or with the intent primarily of being protective. And once they deem that you are older or more experienced, they'll expand those boundaries or remove the boundaries, but for your own protection until you're able to handle certain situations or mind your own boundaries. This is card essentially saying mind your own boundaries. So there's going to be something where you need to set up or establish a firm boundary, maybe a couple places actually. It could be if anybody from up here keeps trying to pop back in, but they're still not evolved. They're still not at the same level you are. You may have to, block them, actually block them on your phone or on social media or something like that. Or tell the people that you're still in contact with. So if it's your family or other members of your family, and they keep bringing up this other person because the other person keeps saying, well, can you tell her this? Can you tell him that? Can you just tell them, I think this or that or the other? You need to set a boundary with them that you're not willing to talk about this other person, that you have no intention of reaching out to them at this time. And they need to respect your boundaries too. And if they can't, they may also end up being left behind, or you may discontinue that connection also. The flip side of that is that you also need to respect any boundaries that you do set up. Otherwise, you're going to invalidate them, and it's just going to be an uncomfortable situation. And then we have the Hermit card, another major arcana. This is in month 8. This is a card about going like retreating almost, going off on your own to have a think, to really, really take a deep dive into what it is you want to do. Where is your path taking you right now? If you keep doing what you're doing now, what does that look like as you move toward the future? What if you were to change, sorry, what if you were to change one thing? How would you visualize things working out under that condition? What about two things? What if you decide to scrap things altogether and go this other direction because that feels the most right to you? This is where you really want to tap into your intuition and really trust it. Use some of the meditation techniques and things that you activated or started using up here in month 2 as you're on this little journey, as you're on your little retreat, as you're withdrawing to your home, to your sanctuary. I mean, write it out. In 3 months, I will be doing this. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What does it sound like? All the things. Is that what you want? You may discover that there's something there that you don't want. And you want to head in a different direction. You want to change your focus. This is all about following your own light, following where your soul wants to take you rather than your ego. And then in month 9, we have the Two of Swords. This is where you have a decision to make. There's two choices. You don't know how either one is going to work out. You don't know necessarily all the details for each one. This is where you must tap into your intuition, into your heart energy. Use your gut instinct. Whatever it is that works for you, because you're not going to have all the information you need. You can't see the outcome for either one. So you just have to pick one and go for it. This is more about taking charge, even when the solution or the situation isn't clear. Taking charge of your own energy and your decisions. And now we're moving here into month 10 with the Six of Pentacles. So this indicates that you may have had some success, or you're getting, somebody's offering you a hand or some help. So you could be offering help, someone else could be offering help, or this could be a mutual exchange of energy. If you're helping someone else tap into their energy, and that's what I'm feeling for some of you, then there's something that the other person can also offer you. This is essentially saying, make sure that any energy you're expending to help somebody, you're getting something in return, and vice versa. If somebody is helping you with something, make sure you're giving them something in return. It's a mutual exchange. You want to keep the energy flowing. You don't want to block it off. And then in month 11, we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, swords are an air element, and it's about communication and knowledge. She is the CEO of the company, but the feminine side of that, the receptive energy, nurturing energy also. Although the Queen of Swords is much more matter of fact and logical, they don't delve too much into the emotional side. They trust what they know, not necessarily what they feel. Their mind is their greatest asset and what they appreciate most. I want to say they don't necessarily dream, but they do plan, and they will plan everything out down to the minutest detail. They know what's going on. They know the order that things need to be done, and they can make it happen. I almost feel this is a little bit of you here, but under what circumstances would this be you? Because you're more in tune with your emotions and your intuition. So there's an aspect here where you're able to link your feelings about something to facts. So you may your intuition may trigger you to look into something more deeply. And that's where you're going to find out the details and the facts. And you can back it up with more than just, well, this is how I'm feeling though. My intuition is telling me. If you're dealing with somebody else that also only wants to deal with just the facts, ma'am, you're going to be able to back it up. You're going to be able to have the data to back up your intuition, or you're going to be able to find it. So this is a month where you may be doing some investigating and researching and bringing those facts to the table. So there's no denying what's going on. And then we're moving into month 12 with the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is master of their domain, of their skill. They are respected for what they can do for others, for what they create. They are fine-tuning skills. They're a master craftsman. There we go. This is your reputation. You are becoming known, or you are known as a master craftsman, as an expert in your field. People are looking to you for advice now. You're getting a lot of respect and recognition for what you do. And this may be leading to another promotion or even another job. It's another level up. You're leveling up as we go through this whole process. From your initial inspiration, pitching the ideas and trusting here in a sense, which use your intuition even to pick out which ones to pitch. The advice you get from this person, which is going to prove to be invaluable for you, especially as far as your career goes. Making sure you have boundaries, and this may even be related to some work boundaries or work-life balance boundaries. And people will respect that, but you have to set those boundaries and you have to stick to them. Otherwise, they'll keep pushing it further and further. And then taking time to reflect on what it is that you really want, probably out of your career. What do you really want to do? Are you heading in the direction you want to go, or do you want to make a little change? And then making that decision that comes out of this. You have a decision to make. Whichever way you go, this may even be related to training or a shift. You might be trading roles with somebody. This could be a role switch at work too. And then really being able to back up your intuition on something relating to work with the facts. Having the expertise to dig into that information or to dig up that information and put together a very clear and concise report. And people going, dang, that girl's smart. That dude knows what he's doing. What else can we have this person do? We need them to work on this or that. How about this? Becoming very popular, especially as it pertains to work, is what I'm feeling for you, which is going to lead to potential other opportunities to level up one way or another when it comes to your career. Or even potentially for some of you, I'm hearing if you're a creator, if you're an artist, if you're a reader, just becoming known for that, getting a reputation as somebody they can rely on, somebody who's an expert, somebody who creates beautiful things. But all good things here. And that is what I have for you, Pisces Sun, Sagittarius Rising. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe and help me grow my channel. It's one of my dreams. And thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you later.